Okay, so about 2 to 3 days ago, depending on when this video comes out, we were given a brand new look at Sonic Racing CrossWorlds at the Sony State of Play. And a lot of people are talking about it for good reasons, because this could be like one of the best Sonic racing games that we have gotten in a while. I'll have some footage that was shown in the trailer as well as the footage that was shown off by IGN, and all the things I'm going to be talking about are going to be provided from Tails' channel, so shout out to them for getting all this info so that me and other people can talk about it as well. Okay, so one of the first big things that was revealed during the Sony State of Play is that there's going to be a closed network test for the game that's going to be launching on February 21st. Now, unfortunately, this test is only going to be on the PS5. It's not going to be on the last gen consoles. It's not going to be on the Series X or S. It's not going to be on PC, which is unfortunate for me because I prefer PC, but it's only going to be PS5 and it's going to be on the 21st of February. I'll also throw up some screenshots of the game that was uploaded to Steam as well as their websites. And one of the things that was shown in the trailer that I didn't catch onto was that they brought back Dino Jungle from Secret Rings. When I watched the trailer, in my video I said that it just seemed to be some type of dinosaur level that we never seen before, but after rewatching the trailer, it's clear that they brought back Dino Jungle. Another big thing that I noticed right off the bat when I watched the trailer that I didn't mention is that they're gonna be including Sage into the roster, which I think is great because, you know, a lot of people love Sage, I love her and stuff like that, and I think she's gonna be a great addition into the cast. And I think it's funny that she's also driving Giganto's head from Sonic Frontiers. Another thing that people spotted was Jet the Hawk being back in the game as well. And with this game teasing the Extreme Gear back in December, some people speculated that Jet would be back, and this trailer obviously just confirms that. And speaking of Jet the Hawk and as well as Sage, we actually have a full roster. Well, actually not a full roster, but we have a list of all the characters that are going to be in the game so far. So those characters are going to include Sonic, Shadow, Eggman, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Silver, Big, Rouge, Omega. We got the Chaotix in here as well. We have Jet, like we mentioned before. We also have Wave and Storm, so we're getting the whole trio right there. We also get Blaze the Cat, we get Cream, we get Metal Sonic and Sage, like we mentioned, she's gonna be new. We also got an Eggpon, and of course, for some reasons, Sega and Sonic Team just loves to include the Deadly Six, but we also got Zavok and Saz in this game. Now, when it comes to mechanics, it seems like one of the big mechanics that is going to be in this game is going to be the travel rings. And what it says here from Tails' channel is that the travel rings bring a dramatic change to races, transporting players from one world to a completely new location. It says that the lead racer gets to choose the CrossWorld that all players will be transported to on the second lap, allowing the environments to come alive with various track changes. It also says here that each CrossWorld offers a theme park-like experience with surprises around every turn, including large monsters, which we know because we saw the dinosaur from the Dino Jungle stuff, engaging obstacles, and tracks filled with beautiful scenery. Another big thing that was announced is that for the first time ever in a Sonic racing game, characters are not tied to specific vehicles and can ride in all kinds of vehicles in the game. It also says here that in addition, players can mix and match parts from different vehicles to create their own custom vehicles. And if that wasn't enough, players can choose colors, decals, and textures for almost every aspect of the vehicle, including the interior. Also, just because this is a Sonic game and it has Sonic in the title, it doesn't just mean that it's gonna be Sonic characters, because it also says here that apparently Sonic Racing CrossWorlds introducing a unique gameplay mechanic transporting the iconic characters from the Sonic and Sega universes into new dimensions. We also got some news on some items that are going to be appearing in the game. Some of the things are going to be a boost, a triple boost, the Wisp like laser, drill. We also got a warp ring as well as a monster truck, bonus rings, Omo Chow, We got homing punch, a triple homing punch, the rocket punch, as well as a triple rocket punch. And it's clear that the rocket punch as well as the homing punch are supposed to be like the red shell and the green shell for this game. But of course, those aren't the only items that are in the game. We also got something called the slicer. We got a bomb, King Boom Blue. We got slime, we got weights, we got dark chow as well, which is surprising. We got void, we have a shield, we have a tornado, a spiked iron ball, as well as a magnet. We were also given a list of gadgets that will be in the game, but I'm gonna be honest, there are so many gadgets that are in this game. We have like attack item chance up, we have boost item chances, we got giant rocket punches, ultimate drift, air tricks, more drifting stuff, collision boost. Like there's so many like gadgets in this game that I can't really go over them, but I'm sure it's gonna be fun to mess around with them in the actual game. Also, just like Team Sonic Racing, it's gonna have an online mode, and we could also see that it has a map selection feature, just kind of similar to how Mario Kart 8 does it, where you're in this like overworld thing and you'll have the little maps icon above and you'll get to choose which one you want to go to. Another thing that was revealed a little bit after the trailer dropped was that we are gonna be getting a digital deluxe version to this game, and in it we're gonna get the base game, obviously, a DLC season pack, which is interesting. We're gonna get Sonic Prime characters, and we're also gonna have early access to the game. Now, the most interesting takeaway is obviously the DLC stuff and the Prime characters. When it comes to Prime, I imagine they're just gonna pull characters like Nine, maybe Rusty Rose and stuff like that. You know, pulling all of these just alternate versions of the characters from each dimension that were in the show and just make them playable characters, or if not, just add their skins to the game as well. Now, as for DLC, that's up in the air as to who they will add to the game. Obviously, we don't know the full roster yet, but I imagine if we do get the full roster soon and these characters aren't in there, I imagine they will make the IDW characters the DLC characters for this game. Because you guys know by this point, IDW is canon, and these characters have gotten a lot more attention, even if you haven't read the comics. Like, they even made they even name dropped Tangle in Frontiers. My mind's all over the place trying to remember who it was, but they name dropped Tangle in Frontiers. You know, they added these characters to Sonic Dash and Sonic Forces Speed Battle, so they're obviously trying to push them more to people who aren't reading the comics, and I think this game could be an opportunity for them to do that. We also have here from Tails channel basically showing the amount of racers that are going to be in the game at launch, as well as the tracks. So it says here that we're going to have 23 racers at launch. I kind of wish they kind of evened it out at 28.4, but it's fine because we're going to be getting more characters in DLC in the future. We're going to be having 24 main tracks as well as 15 CrossWorlds. We're going to have 23 different power-ups and items, as well as 45 unique original vehicle. As for game modes, the only game modes that we know that are in there is the Grand Prix, a race park, and a time attack. And when it comes to online stuff, there's gonna be challenges and a frenzy mode. We don't know if it's gonna have a campaign like Team Sonic Racing did with the whole team adventure thing, but we just got the trailer and stuff like that. We're not even at the closed beta yet, and we're just gonna have to wait and see if they will implement a story mode like they did last time, which I think they will, considering that almost all the Sonic Racing games have had some type of story mode attached to them. So I imagine they're gonna put in a little something there for people that want a story. Also, because IGN uploaded footage of this, which I have playing in the background, I can talk about something that they did mention in the video, which is how the tracks are gonna be laid out. So what it seems like is that when you are racing in this game, the first lap is gonna be completely normal, everything's gonna be fine. The second lap is gonna be the CrossWorld track, which is where whoever is in first place is gonna choose the next location on where you're gonna go and race at, and then once you get to the third lap, it's gonna be back to the normal track, but it's gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be a little bit more chaotic. and just have a different twist to it, so that way you're not just racing through the same track again. But that was essentially a lot of the big information that we managed to get today. I know I probably skipped over some other stuff, you know, didn't go into detail about some of the items and the gadgets and stuff like that, but I just wanted to talk about some of the more bigger news that got released when the trailer dropped yesterday. And as of me recording this, the only thing of any big substance that I could really see that got announced or revealed is that they now have a Twitter account that you can follow, so I'm gonna follow that so that way I can stay updated on the game, as well as the stuff for the closed beta, which we mentioned earlier is gonna be coming out in like a week from now. But yeah, other than that, I am super excited for this game. I didn't really grow up playing Riders, and while I did play and enjoy a little bit of Team Sonic racing, it left a lot to be desired, and I think this game is gonna be something that a lot of people can enjoy, since this game is being made in-house by Sonic Team. And that's a good thing, since I think Sonic Team has been killing it the past few years, you know. I enjoyed Frontiers despite its shortcomings. Shadow Gens was amazing. I know Superstars was technically by RZets, but even still, I like that game a whole lot. And seeing that they're doing a closed beta for this kind of goes to show that they're taking this game seriously and they don't want to just rush it out the door. They actually want to make it polished, so that way when it eventually releases, a lot of people can enjoy it. And I'm very glad that they're doing this, and I hope they continue to do this type of stuff in the future. Other than that, that's gonna be the end of the video. I'll see you guys next time when we get more news on this game, and I hope y'all have a good day.